I do want to talk a little Travelers with you. We turn right back to a signature event, and we got a lot of big names in the field. As of now, Scotty in the field, Rory in the field, right? Xander's in the field, Morikawa's in the field. I mean, a lot of these guys are back, and they're going to be in Connecticut for the week. I think this is one of my favorite PGA Tour events, just simply because the back nine is awesome, and you can obviously see a lot of fireworks. Shout out Kevin Streelman. It feels a little bit like Scottsdale to me as well. And the tournament's great. I mean, I'm not just saying that because I live in Connecticut. I will not be going to the Travelers, by the way, this week. I don't do that stuff. But I'm not going to a golf tournament unless I have to be there. Unless I'm working, I'll watch it on the television and enjoy the coverage there. But what are your thoughts on River Highlands, the golf tournament, all that stuff?
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's a good finish there with the 15 through 17. Really fun, drivable par 4, good par 3, and then 17 is always a hole that
kind of a wonky par 4. 18's a wedge. 17's a little weird hole, but like there's a lot of birdie holes in there.
And weird stuff tends to happen at this tournament. You think back to the Kramer Hickok, Harris English, what was it, 8-hole playoff?
I think so.
Back in the day, just would not end. Speaking of Groundhog Day. And then even last year, Shane, with the protesters, who could forget that? Them trying to get the paint off the 18th green.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was last year. Gosh, that feels like 10 years ago.
So shout out to that security guy. Great form tackle. Like that's legal just in rugby.
Head right in the middle of the pads, man.
Yeah,
that's where you
legal in rugby. But this is a tournament. One, I know the tournament officials are jacked up about it being a signature event. I was talking to, gosh, this is not going to be a good look. The guy who runs Travelers, the name is escaping me right now. Feels like it's going to be an Andy. I'm going to say Andy is his name. His survey for like fan experience, number one, was making sure the guys were around for the weekend. So they're pumped being a signature event. Brings the people out. He was getting sponsor exemption letters at the end of 2024 for this because people want to come to this golf tournament. I was talking to caddies last week too, Shane. They were already one eye on the Travelers because they treat them so well. They get their own courtesy car this week. That's the only tournament that does that, I believe. So it's just an event that does everything right on a golf course that, look, it's short. Guys can tear it up. We saw Cam Young shoot 59 in the third round. I think he was like 20 under and like 20 some holes over that stretch there. But it's a good dessert, I would say, after the U.S. Open.
I would say the vibes, you think about Heritage, and the Heritage, they've always done an amazing job. Like, let's cater to the wives. Let's make sure they have an amazing week. So then the wives are happy. The players are happy because everybody's chilling out and enjoying it. I mean, I think the vibe has to be like this. Like, you've got to have this incredible vibe around your tournament following majors, especially following a U.S. Open. I mean, I think if you leave the U.S. Open and go to a place that's going to kick your butt, players probably aren't going to be that excited about it. But I think coming to a golf course like this, and like you said, taking care. I mean, your caddy's happy, you're going to be happy. I mean, this is not a complicated thing to go through. So it'll be fun. I think it's one of those you flip it on the weekend and you always find yourself enjoying it. And that's all you can ask. I've got my can win, can't win list. I'm pretty happy with it this week. I feel like it's a good one. I don't know if I could say that every week. We did not have JJ Spawn on either of our lists last week. I know that's shocking, but
last man out.
Last man just missed out on our 3. But my can win. I'm going to start here with an interesting name, and I want to hear what your thoughts are on this. I think Max Homa can win this golf tournament this week. Obviously, didn't play in the U.S. Open. Knows JJ Spawn. I think he's played a decent amount of golf with JJ Spawn in Scottsdale. I wonder if there's level of motivation there. I mean, I don't think Max needs motivation necessarily, but you're not at the U.S. Open. You kind of had that ugly 3-putt on the last hole in the qualifier, and then you lose out, obviously, in the playoff for the spot there. I'm assuming either didn't watch any of the U.S. Open or watched a lot of it. That's kind of where I think he probably sits. But I wonder if showing up here, he's like, all right, man, like, let's either get it in gear or it's a totally 100% lost season. So Homa's my first name on my can win list. Thoughts?
I think it's close. I think you see a lot of volatility in these guys before they piece it together. Second round at the PGA, first round at Muirfield Village. And then it was just like all time. It was like back-to-back gut punches to him with the U.S. Open qualifying Then he shot back-to-back 69s in Canada and missed the cut by 1. Like, yeah, give me a week off after going through that 7-day stretch there. I don't need to watch golf or play golf. So I don't mind it. I think he's close. And we know when Max gets a sniff of it, he's as good of a closer as there is.
I've also got Xander on my list of can win. Again, just kind of feels like we're trending in the direction of getting a victory this season. And my last pick, which I think should be a staple on this every time, is Keegan. Just feel like Keegan is probably a decent a pick. I mean, I'm hoping he's in the field this week, for goodness sakes, but I feel like Keegan gets fired up for the Travelers, considering where it's at and all that stuff.
Yep, I have Keegan as well. Grew up just a stone throw away.
By the way, you can't say this about every town. You say it about Pittsburgh. How far do we have to get away from Boston before
Someone commented on the show last week, Pittsburgh is 9 hours away from Vermont. I mean, the broadcast just leans into it every time there's an event in the Northeast. So pretty much anywhere east of the Mississippi and north of Washington, D.C., that quadrant of the country, that's Keegan country in my eyes. So
all right. I by the way, I already know who you're going to pick for these next couple, by the way.
I think you do. Yeah. Daniel Berger, naturally. Yeah. I honestly thought you would pick him too. And then I'm going to steal a Shane Bacon special, but I've been driving the Russ bus forever. Russell Henley.
Man, almost on my list. On my list as well. Got one more major to land my he's going to win a major this season. I thought there was an opportunity on Sunday there at Oakmont for a bit that he might actually do it. My can't win list is star-studded. I'll say that. I don't think Rory's winning. Probably not winning the rest of the year, to be fair. I might just continue to put him on this list. I just don't think Scotty's going to win this week. I know he wins a lot of these post-major tournaments. I mean, you think about Heritage and Travelers last year and all that stuff. Like, I just don't think he's going to win. I think a lot went into the week. There was some frustration with the game. And I got Sam Burns on my can't win list as well. Just a lot, probably going to be a couple of weeks before he's back to being a human again.
Yeah, we share 2 out of 3, Burns, Rory. But I'll add some other ones. We'll say Ludwig, he's not winning this week. No. Hovland coming off a long week, not winning. I think JT could win this week, which is unfortunate. That's just like the staple. That's the free space.
I kind of thought about putting him on my can win list as well.
Yeah, this is the type of golf course you got to pin your ears back. Yeah, honestly, JT, I'm going to say he's my guy. He's my pick to win now.
Justin Thomas. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it though. Morikawa not winning.
Okay, got you. I think you said everybody in the field's name there, which is good. I'll go Xander as my winner. And then I'm going to go Homa as my sleeper. Do you have a pick? I know you said you're going to roll with JT. Do you have a kind of a sleeper down the list you like?
My sleeper is Ryan Gerard. I keep running into his dad at these events, and he has no idea who I am at every time. So I'm going to say him.
Do you say hi to the dad or no?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we met at the PGA Championship. We accidentally stumbled on his practice round with Ben Griffin, introduced myself. We're having a time. And then I ran into him at the US Open on the range. He just had absolutely no idea who I was. And then I saw him Sunday. Gerard's 7 over through 7. I'm just being a smart ass for no reason. I'm playing tough today, huh?
You're the guy messing with Rose. Man, this is tough. You're gonna miss the cut. You guys get your flights? Are you looking on Delta.com now, or what's the deal? Hey, can we clear one thing up too? JT was practicing on Saturday, and that was a big social media thing. I'm assuming he was staying around for the charter, right? The charter that goes to the Travelers. Why would you not stay around for the free flight?
All those guys do that.
Yeah.
Jaeger was on the range, Minwoo was on the range. Are you really going to turn down a world-class facility with free golf balls? Come on.
Free golf balls. Nice one. I mean, they have nice balls there.
But being in the middle was a choice.
That was definitely a choice.
Stick to the ends.
Well, that's US Open week. That's the Travelers.